Okay. Oh, okay. So we're doing things a little bit different today. Today we have the girls in the studio with me. We'll bring the girls in. It, when we were kind of discussing like what topics were, the only thing that's kind of came to mind because I've been like obsessed with Love Island. Have you ever watched Love Island?
To be honest, watching Love Island. I have not yet. But honestly, I low key want to go on Love Island.
There's a concept though, like a 30 something, 30 to 40 something singles in a house, locked in the house, but you know, they be on there lunching. So one of the
That's not what I want.
So let me find out this one you want.
Okay, honestly, though, have y'all ever watched Love is Blind?
yes.
Okay, that I would do. Because you really try to get, like, you can really get to know the person without seeing them.
I feel like you would be perfect for it.
I do.
Tiffany will definitely say yes to all. I should be like, I can make it work. It's gonna work. I just feel this in my spirit.
Yes.
I don't.
I really don't. I really
I've only
don't.
seen Marriage at First Sight. That's the only one I've ever seen.
Like I don't want to, but
But I
I'm gonna.
love the concept.
I'm gonna settle.
I love the concept because, you know, I'm all about the feelings and the emotions and the, like, love.
Yeah.
And so if you can have that without even knowing what they look like, but then you get those ones that the reveal and it's just like, you gotta act happy.
But that's supposed to be taken out of the equation because you were in love.
It
so it
is
don't
because
matter.
you're in love.
Right,
That is
right.
true.
The reveal doesn't matter.
But you know, I am not, I don't fall in love for the looks anyway.
For you.
Huh?
But
For you.
you fell in love in college. Nothing were definitely a part of it.
That's true.
So I don't, people say I don't even have a type because like the men that I've been with,
I don't have a type either.
they are different.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
their
older-
color is the only thing that is, your body changes.
Yeah.
So when you're, 80, 90,
Body changes. Now, I mean, I'm gonna have to take myself out of the equation in this moment because pyramid is in my ass and I done gained some weight. But outside of that, I feel like even like looking at crushes from high school or people from high school, I feel like the men look way worse than they did, and all the women that I went to high school are kind of having a glow up.
yes.
So I feel like there's like a reverse of like,
Mine is so vice versa.
really?
So vice versa. Like all those big ones to school. What the fuck? Okay. I see you getting this whole man blow about yourself.
They
Like,
got the salt and pepper.
See,
All the dudes I went to school with are like beer belly, receding hair.
are
look-
they married?
Yes.
See,
the difference.
that's the difference.
They look terrible though. And I'm like, you did look good in high school, like for real. And it looked like a totally
Okay,
different
but
person.
high school, how long ago was that?
Even college. It was like they looked like completely different people wearing transition lenses and everything. Like,
We are getting up there in age.
So when you look back at him, are you like, okay, he was handsome, but like, here he was all right back then.
In real life, love, I don't feel like love is even me now. Like, I feel like I have to have that initial attraction. Like, you have to have an initial attraction to them. But aside from that, like, if there is that initial attraction, we can work on everything. Like,
yeah.
everything else can be, even if like we get together and then, they start getting weight or they get gray or bald or like whatever the case may be. I'm cool with that because I already love you.
I think about it like exes. I would look at an ex now and I'm like, oh my God.
What was that?
What the hell? It had to
I
have
do
been,
have one of,
it had to have been like the personality or something that was bringing
yeah,
this like rose colored.
it always is.
I'm like, you were never cute.
It always
So,
is. Okay, so
there is something that he said about like personality charm.
So,
whatever.
I think it is like after you've like fallen in love or whatever, like you see the best of you. Because like what my big daddy looks like, right?
No. Oh yeah. I've seen him.
Okay, okay. So back in the day, we're talking year 2000.
That's a huge difference.
I legitimately, like, one of the things that attracted me to him was I thought he looked like Tupac. I don't have that type anymore though. Because no one in my life right now looks like Tupac. But I can say, but it might have been my delusion though, because my friends do not think that. But
Does
that's
it
because
take
they
him
see.
in?
But see, that's the thing. They see him now. So my other friend Kim's like, the only difference or the only similarity is he's bald and has big lips. But to me, I really thought he did. I
No.
don't know. I don't know if I ever
Definitely not.
actually said that out loud.
Did your friends back then think that he was attractive? Or was it just
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe he was attractive.
In high school, yeah. But no.
I mean, people, they starting to look one day
They are.
real, aging real bad.
And you know what? Now that I'm like thinking through my mind of like, I really do think it is the men. I think the same thing, especially when he will show up to events just looking any kind of way. And these are events for the kids.
No.
I'm just like,
Your ex is going to come out suited and booted
so that's the
in the most
Okay.
casual situations.
like supposed to be wearing shorts and t-shirt or whatever. And what do you think he had on?
I'm really trying to look through the years, and I do not remember seeing it.
So he always wears shit?
But okay, so to kind of pivot back to the shows. So on this show, there's these like teen boppers. They're mid-20s, early mid-20s. I don't think there's anybody in their 30s, but there's like 4 women on there who have had sex in this villa on TV, and 2 of them
On TV?
basically, because it's a recorded show. They know that the world is going to see this, and 2 of the ladies have had sex with 2 different people. So
In what time frame? What is the time?
Like
2 different people in 6 weeks?
So do you think, I mean, obviously they're doing that there, but it's called Love Island. So they're, I guess, in their minds, we're falling in love. We're falling in
Oh
love.
my gosh. So I saw this meme. Sorry to cut you off,
No,
but
no.
I saw this meme. It was like having sex on the first date isn't being a hoe. It's test driving or something like that.
But can women have casual sex? One of the chicks in this villa, she can't. Because every time she has sex with a dude, she crashes out like the next day over like random shit.
In love.
I think she thinks she's in love, but she's really territorial. Like you only brought me one pancake.
Wait,
shit.
is that what's her name? Huda?
Yes.
Oh,
But I'm
so
like,
I've seen bits and pieces of it, so I know who you're talking about.
so I don't think that she can have casual sex. But there's been some other girls, like one girl, she got voted off. Her name was Hannah. She had sex with, we think she had sex with this dude, Charlie. He got voted off. And then 2 days later, she was with this Pepe dude, having sex with him. So I'm like, okay, I guess
2
you
days
can.
later?
I guess you
I
can.
think you can, but I don't think we're typically wired like that. Because our emotions are non-linear.
Mm-hmm.
So for us to do it, casually,
Or is it like a new generational thing? It's like we're not wired that way, but are they? Because I do feel like I hear it a lot more.
I think that.
I do think the younger generation is a lot more free. That part.
Sex positive. Don't
But-
judge.
Okay, but you
Agree. I chose to have sex with those 5 people. It doesn't matter that it's 5.
But you know what's crazy to me? Because it's almost like backwards. Because like I feel like back in the day, like when we were growing up, I was the complete opposite.
No,
But-
you were having sex that
You were.
you were definitely.
But also, I don't feel, and maybe it's just because I wasn't as out there, but I don't feel like back in the day, you had to worry as much about like STDs and, I mean, obviously.
It wasn't
things like-
talked about as much.
Maybe that's what it was. Now, I feel like I would be scared to just have sex with multiple people in that short of a time frame without getting to know them at all.
Well, for the sake of argument for this show, I think that when they go on like these
They
reality
have to
shows, they
have
have to get tested.
Okay, but we're not talking about reality. Well, we are talking about a reality show.
But I feel like if you would do that on TV, you definitely do it in like real life.
But do you think they're doing it just for TV?
No, I think that they just felt like
Your personality is your personality.
yeah.
So if you're not going to do it outside, you're definitely not going to do it for me.
That is true.
I don't care.
See, I'm the same way. Like, I
for it.
definitely wouldn't do it on camera
Yeah.
or for people to see.
Yeah.
I'd more so do it in the world without people knowing.
It's not denying
Keep
that I'm
this on the
not
hush.
doing it. I just said I'm
No, keep it on the hush for now.
Okay. And like sensitive person.
Yeah.
So I truly do feel like when you're talking about can women like as a whole, I truly do feel like you kind of have to take into account the woman because so in my singleness now. I feel like I couldn't just go and have sex with, just any dude I'm talking to. Like, I have to have some type of like connection and something.
But what does it take to build a connection? So like these people in this house, they, in fairness to them, it's kind of like a Love Is Blind situation. Well, no, because they can see them, but that's all they're doing is walking around, exploring connections. They don't have TV on, radio, nothing. They're just in this house with these people all day. So you kind of are forced to just have conversations.
Yes. And I feel like it's easier then because it takes less time. Because if all you're doing is focusing on, building these ultimate, this is what I want. So I'm going in with that mindset to try to develop these connections or friendships, whatever.
Well, they connect in a lot of stuff.
Could you, if you weren't married? Because you're less emotional. You're way less emotional than I am.
No, I'm less outwardly emotional. I'm super emotional.
I think you're more realistic then.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I live in like this fairy tale, like happily ever.
I want to be there, but I'm also like really cynical. Yeah. I feel like, yes, I can have a deep connection with someone after a few days, but I don't think I love your ass because I need to test you.
What do you mean by testing?
Like
that's what they're doing. They're running tests.
They really are because they got bombshells getting dropped. Well, I'm dropping them like they bombs, but there's other like people.
They come and try to like break them up.
Oh, I'm interested in that person. So I mean, your connection is tested because they're like, I like you better than I like her.
But then that's the real world as well.
That is the real world.
So and you decide, like, is this what you do?
Yes, and I feel like you have to. So like, I've never dated before. Like I've been a mom and married for 21 years. So now dating, like I feel like you do have to talk to multiple, like you have to like, you can't just like focus on one person until you know, okay, that's the person. But okay, wait, I have a question for you. So do you think that you could love someone or like want to say, like you can say, okay, I want to be in a relationship with you without having sex with them?
Yes.
Okay, see, I am 100% like, to me, I feel like it's going to matter even more if I can tell you at whatever point, like, I feel like I'm falling for you, like, I want to be with you, or like, I can see a future with you, whatever the case may be, and we haven't even had sex yet. Because then when we do have sex, first of all, when we do, my ass is falling for you, I'm sure. Because if I'm already falling for you.
But I think women can for sure. Because if you think about it, because we fall in love with the personality and our emotions are involved. So even once you finally do have sex, the sex may be terrible, but you're in love now.
So fantasizing in our head, we want, and what we're expecting, and what it's gonna be.
So you hear about a lot of people, well, mostly on TV, but these women come around, and I've heard maybe a few people in real life like say, the sex was okay in my relationship, but then I had better sex outside of my relationship, and really, I'm comparing them. The outside, it wasn't that great.
Wait, like they were cheating on it?
No, like your relationship.
Oh.
So you thought you were having good sex in that relationship because you were in love, and now that you ain't in love no more, you're like, this is actually way better. That wasn't that great.
Here's my thing about that. I feel like, especially if you're in love and like you want to be with this person, like you're in a relationship with this person, you can.
It's not good.
No.
You stay there anyway.
No, well, that part. But there are ways around it. First of all, I have learned the hard way. Well, no, I'm not even gonna say that. I've learned how important communication is. Okay. So if the sex is bad, you have to communicate what you want. You have to let them know that you want them to communicate what they want. Like, I feel like there are workarounds for bad sex.
Sometimes it just ain't there.
I feel like
I've never had that though. It not there. So,
but is it because your emotions were in? Is the point like?
Well, yes, I never had just like, yeah.
So do you ever feel like you had a sexual experience with someone that you love that you were not satisfied yet, but you're like, oh, I really enjoyed you. But you know in the back of your mind, really?
Okay, yes, but
So then,
to me, I enjoy sex more for the before and after the actual penetration. Yes.
yeah.
Like I am all about the touch and like feel and hugs and kisses and licks and rubs and grabs.
That sounds like a lot of the parts of the sex.
But I'm saying like but when you say bad sex, are you talking like the penetration, like the actual intercourse?
If you didn't finish, or he might not even be mad because you're in love and you're like, so really, is it safe to say that people in relationships probably aren't sexually satisfied? They're just content because they're in love.
I think that is a very good possibility.
Yeah.
But again, are these people that aren't necessarily satisfied, are they communicating what they need?
Okay. But if you can't give me what I want.
But why can't they give you what?
Yes. So my next question is, do you feel like it's worth it, or does it cause more problems when you're in a relationship, to circle the block? Like, is there a situation where you should circle the block, or one, to continue the relationship, or two, like, okay, which kind of goes into casual sex. I used to be in a relationship with you, but I don't want that. Now I just want to have sex.
Okay, so you're saying you're in a relationship with this person, the relationship ends, but is it okay to still have sex with them?
That, or is it okay to try to restart a relationship that's already ended? That you're like,
I think
it didn't work out for a reason.
I think it depends on why the relationship ended. For me, if it ended in infidelity or them like just doing me wrong, like doing me bad, no. No. I don't care how good it was.
I wouldn't restart a relationship, but I would probably have something. Just because, generationally, it's like, I don't want to add to my body count, so let me go back.
And you tend to be comfortable with that. So I 1000% would circle the block with one of my exes.
Yeah.
Hands down, no questions asked. Like,
she was pleased.
Yeah,
she said, hands down.
1000%.
No. I'm saying because, not just because of the sex, but like just the like connection, the comfortability, I guess.
With all of your exes?
No, just one.
Oh.
Now I did. So my ex-husband, I actually did, like when he first left me, I actually did try. I was like, hey, if you're not with no one, I'm not with no one, like, let's, whatever. Dude, turn me down. Not turn me down because he didn't want it, but turn me down because he's like, I ain't about to flip your emotions, like, whatever. Because he knows how I am. So I get that. I felt hella, like, rejected. Yeah, yeah. But I would have, for me, I would, if the reasons why the relationship ended was not.
Yeah. I don't have any exes. They're just not.
The ugly question. If you had an ex, or you have an ex, and you're newly single, or you're single, and you know this ex is with someone else, or maybe even married, or with someone, like, they're in a relationship, would you then? So I totally feel what you're saying. Like, I don't want to be the homewrecker, or like the,
especially if you know that they are with someone.
Yeah.
Well, then, okay, well, what are you doing here? But, yeah. So, no. Especially.
So you would not if they were with someone, or you would not serve
Anybody before that? No. And he is
for a reason.
He is definitely.
So you would circle the block with the ex, or that you were with for 30 years.
Nobody else except me.
Okay.
You have nothing up to me. It's weird.
You sure?
Yeah.
But they might be thinking the same thing about us.
So,
no, I will say every ex that I have has tried to circle the block.
Okay, so you're right.
It wasn't me.
You're not the problem.
I know you're missing me, but no.
So here's my picture for you. I know it's a big thing going saying like that.
For a man, I can see why if someone was open to it, they would think that because, and maybe it's just like an ego thing. Right?
Right.
Everybody wants their ego stroked a little bit. I left her, whatever it was, whether it was amicable, to know that you can get someone back or that there's some interest piece would make anybody smile.
But they also might, it might legitimately be, I fucked up. Like I should have never left her. Or
Go ahead.
like it could be like they realize what they had. when they
So
left it.
I'll say this because, and it's kind of contradicting what I said earlier when I was like, no, I wouldn't talk about. But depending on how much time there's been, maybe because if it's been 5 years or something, someone can be in a totally different place if you put some years into it. And I'll just use me and Deshaun as an example. Deshaun tried to talk to me like 2 or 3 years before we ever actually got together. And I was like, no. He, to this day, he was like, you were so mean to me because I didn't like you. But, and I was in a certain place in my life, and I could just see like it's a football. And I'm like, no. But we would talk, we would communicate and just, keep kind of friendly. But then when he came, and I was like, I don't care because I'm not interested.
Yeah.
But and he was like, you were just, and I used to ask you, can I hold your hand? He's like, no.
Oh, he asked if he could hold your hand.
No. But we still kind of kept in touch. So then it had been like 2 or 3 years later, and he just started commenting a lot, like on Facebook and stuff. And then somehow we exchanged numbers, and I just saw a different side. Like he was a different person. Now maybe I was open to it because we had never tried a real relationship. So be like, no.
But what made you even give him a chance this time if you didn't give him a chance?
I think the way that he approached me was different. Like he was just more mature.
It does take men a lot longer.
Yeah, and I was in a different space. That's true.
You hadn't had it.
That's true. That's true. So okay, never mind. I thought I was.
So you cannot.
No,
Okay, you just decided to go ahead and test the waters.
either way. So I enjoyed you guys today. I appreciate you guys coming on the podcast. It was a good little ladies. Y'all get in the comment section, like, subscribe, and let us know what you guys think about the topics